Hello everyone, how are you this full moon? It's full moon already. We are going to be heading into eclipse season come July and August. We're going to have the eclipse, 3 eclipses, Mercury in retrograde, and the Lion's Gate portal happening August 8th. So there's a lot of energy that's coming up, and there's a light language package geared to helping bring some ease into this time that will start July 12th. So keep your eyes open for that when it goes on sale. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still getting details secured in my brain pad. But by July 12th, it will be up for sale, probably around the 4th. But that's coming up. 4 Elements class is also coming up at the end of August. That will be going on sale in August and going live. August 27th is the target date so far. Everything's pretty much done for and still like editing art videos and things like that. But it's based on the 4 elements and using them in your life to create a spiritual framework to live your life from so you can just be magic all the time. So it's been, the collective energy has been intense for the past couple weeks leading up to this full moon. And yeah, I know I always say this. It's intense. But it's been intense with the separation of families seeking asylum in the United States, with young children being put into basically prison camps and parents being deported and the kids are still in the U.S. There's been a lot going on. A lot going on and a lot of energy, a lot of stuff just really kind of, it's hard to stay clear. It's hard to keep, not that you need to keep it out, because you need to feel this stuff. You do need to process this, and you need to be able to do it. But sometimes it gets really overwhelming. As an empath, it's like, oh my God, you just want to curl up and sob at times right now. So if you're feeling it, it's okay. We're going to get through it. And we're going to start this full moon out with some energy clearing because things have been intense. So let's just remember that big inhale, noisy exhale. The noisy exhale stimulates the parasympathetic systems in your body and lets you help relax. You can do it too when you're trying to stretch your hamstrings. So just let this sound come in. Feel it vibrate in your chakras. Feel your root clearing out, safety, security coming in. Your sacral clearing. You feel yourself again. You feel who you are. You feel the confidence of you. Feel the sound in your solar plexus, your will, the center of your will. Clearing out everything that's collecting there that you don't need. Spinning out, pulsing out, however you perceive your chakras. I perceive mine usually as pulsing. Feel your solar plexus clearing. And this area can get a lot trapped there. There's a lot that goes on, energetically and body-wise. Let it move up into your heart, clearing your heart so you can know love and compassion in its true forms for yourself and for others. Feel your heart being cleared. Let it be full of love. Let it know compassion and kindness. Move into your throat chakra. What has been held back? What has been stopped in your voice? What is holding you back from speaking? And in a compassionate way, not in a way that's cruel or full of hatred. How can you speak truth with compassion and love? Connected to the heart. Up into our third eye so we can see clear, so we can process what our radar is bringing to us clearly. And finally into the crown, clearing our connection with the universe and everything. Letting it come clear, shiny and bright. Feel everything connecting. Feel your chakras become one and connect. Clear connection, flowing freely, open, pulsing. That's better. Okay. So, let's get into the reading. We are using the Watcher's Tarot, which is a major arcana only deck, and the sakki-sakki Tarot. Because I love that deck so much at the moment. It's like me main squeeze, if you will, at the most point in time. When I bought it, I was feeling this need for some more kind of artistic, different energy going on. I've been using the She-Wolf, which I also absolutely adore, since I got it as my personal kind of daily draw deck. And I felt I needed to, really good energy, needed different energy, and sakki-sakki's brought that in. So let's pull a Watchers. We'll go with this one. It hopped out. Seems to want to be knowing today. Okay. So we pulled the Devil. And how is this relating to us? I feel like this is definitely, we're feeling this energy on the collective, but how is it bringing it down to the microcosm of self? How is that impacting us? And I think that one of the things that always, when like the Devil's coming in and his sometimes he's here as the make merry kind of guy, and then now he's kind of the guy who's pushing our buttons and making us like, kind of that energy where we're just all like, stop it, stop it, stop it. A little bit of trickster maybe in there too right now, because the Devil does have a trickster aspect. And some of the beings we do associate with the Devil, such as Lucifer, the light bringer. How can we use the Devil to bring in the light, to bring in some mirth into what has been some very heavy energy? One of the best ways to dispel negative energy is to laugh. One of the best energy clearing things is to have a gut belly laugh. Out there and laugh. And not like any cruel way. It needs to be like true laughter, not, like, ha 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 ha. Although sometimes, you can get yourself to laugh by doing that kind of ha 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 ha. So what's pushing buttons? What's the Devil in your way? What is your Devil in the way, and how is that larger collective energy right now impacting you in your daily life? And are you letting it get to the point where you can't really function because the Devil's too much there in your face, going boom, 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 boom. You're like, ugh. Find a way to laugh. Find a way to bring some levity in. When things get really deep and intense, sometimes the only thing you can do is like find the absurd in it. And I've done this more than once in my life, and I've had some pretty weird things I found the absurd in. But sometimes going for that absurd part is like the only thing you can do. It's the only thing you can do when the Devil's like punching your buttons 24/7 and you're just ready to crawl under the bed with your binky and a bottle of vodka. So see where it's going. How is it impacting you? How can you bring levity? How can you clear the energy? How can you get energy moving through you as opposed to hanging out in you? Which can be difficult when things are very upsetting. Getting that energy to whoosh out so it's not hanging out. Because large collective energies, what you kind of are part of them, they aren't your energy. And absorbing them and holding on to them can sometimes not be the best thing. So you want to find ways to move that out. And I feel that laughter and levity is kind of also what the Devil's trying to remind us. To find a way to move that out and not get too caught up in what's the energy is going on. Not so much what's going on, but the energy of it, of the energy of the pain and the sorrow getting stuck with inside you and making it yours and letting it take camp when it's really collective energy and you're only a tiny part of that. Okay, let's pull 2 cards. Let's see what we get. Okay, so, righty. First card we get is the 2 of Rods. So we got a little bit of fire going on here, which makes sense. We're just past the solstice, so happy solstice. We're just past the solstice. So, got the 2 of Rods. And 2s are often about choices, about making decisions, about this or that, bringing duality. How can we create more than 2's choices? Is what this is saying to me. How can we create a myriad of potentials? What's going to get you there? To being like, these are my choices, and I have a lot of them, and I like all of them, but which one is best? Which one do I want to try on today? Which choice do I want to create? Where do I want to put my creative fires? How do I want them to show up in my life? So look at that when you're looking at things. And 2, because the devil can kind of blind you. You can put, it's like all you can see is you have this tunnel vision or you're not seeing anything because all you're seeing is this big, huge collective energy. Make the choice not to see only that. Sometimes maybe you'll just see the collective and something else. And then you can go from there creating more choices. So use the fire aspect, the solar aspect of Rods to fuel this, to bring things in and be like, yes, I got this. I'm working through this and my energy's flowing. I'm right where I need to be so I can act. I can decide what I need to do in whatever situation, whether it's in a larger situation or on the microcosm of self or within your family, whatever, all the areas. You want to create choices and get your blinders off of where it's like, this is all I can see. It's just all that's being put in front of me. And that can get really difficult. And sometimes you just have to step away from it and do things like turn off the TV and not look at the news. So use that creative fire. Creative fire, very important. And then we move into the moon, which I feel, because we got the devil pushing our buttons, little too much collective energy going on with the devil too, and we're needing to process this, creating our choices and trying to find more than 2 of them. But it all starts with 2, sometimes 2 choices. That's all it takes is 2 options to start creating a myriad of them. But then we move into the moon, and I feel this is like a healing moon. Does that make sense? This has a really strong aspect of how are we going to heal from what we're experiencing? How are we going to heal from the collective energies we have? How are we going to heal from our lives? How are we going to heal from past lives? How are we going to create better genetic DNA to pass on? How are we going to create better ripples to help heal the world? The ways I do it is light language. I light language things all the time. I'm like walking around the house, blah, 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 blah. So light language for me is one way I bring in that healing aspect that the moon's talking to us about. And I feel like that healing aspect is going to help with our creative fiery, figuring out how to have a myriad of choices as opposed to just 2. And 2, the moon always reminds us we don't need to know. We don't need to understand. We just need to feel what we need to feel, make the best choice we can, and then act. So that's coming in too. But there's this very profound healing I feel that's coming in with the moon. And that may also be heading into the next little while with 2 solar eclipses between one in July, one in August, and then a lunar in July, and Mercury retrograde and Lionsgate portal. There's a lot going on. And there's a lot that come up for healing at this point in time. And it's a really great time to work on this kind of stuff as opposed to just letting yourself be ran over. And that's partly why I started the Lionsgate portal package thing, is to help navigate that in my own life. Because I started doing it for me last year and shared it with friends in my Facebook group. And this year I want to expand it out because it really helped me create space to do that kind of healing and change that the moon is suggesting we do right now. So, devil, just watch out for. If it's all too much, find the absurd in it. Find what is completely just like crazy far bought and be like, oh my God, that's just insane. And laugh at it. Or at least know the absurdity of it. Because then we got the 2 rods helping us create choices. We may start out with only 2, but by making, better choices, we can create more. And the moon's going to bring in some healing for us and help us get where we need to be. And sometimes when you move into healing and change modalities too, you don't always, you may have an idea of something or a feeling that this is what needs to be worked on, but you may not know what or where or why of it. And the moon's kind of not knowing aspect plays in there too. Let's pull an affirmation card. You can still pick up a deck of these. Highly improbable there will be any more handmade decks made. Okay, be joyous. And that's another way you can counteract that devil energy, is by bringing in joy, by bringing in the choice. 2 rods. The choice, you can move from creepiness, meanness, hatred, or you can move from joy. One of the main themes that came about in my life was not being able to change my circumstances. But I could change me. I could change me internally, and I started trying to move from love. And joy is also a concept I try to move from. How can I move through, love and joy, kindness, compassion, in all I do. So when you're making your choices, when the 2 of rods come up and you're not really sure what to do and you're trying to heal and the devil's pushing your buttons, take a minute and be like, hey, where's the joy in it? That's what I'll pick. I'm going to pick the joy. And I think that's a really powerful way to end that portion of the reading. Let's do a little light language. And see where that takes us. I think, let's just do the language and skip the pyramid since we already cleared. I don't feel like holding it. Adaviskata isimine alosapachashikata esomishini adabo agi Hushin Mokatarikata Inaka Asapashata Nikatarasikipa Hashani Idol Osika Epos Enika Shiki Eto Eneka Asya on Tida Amiga Naneska E Hisiko Tahimotar Aiko Yeshangin Aero Kisaka Asika Putamike Jishicha Hosh Heme Keda Asika Omekada Ekida Isiko Mestani He Hisini Kumba Ekadasi Gamba in God Adalosika Mikata Ayasuko Heheka Homa Isona Ala A Ewa Herakan A Isumojini Kidi A Ada yemo dalla pega, jenikota ashi, mo ka emata e sekene alomona e, jiji go alisi hahashi one e topo no. Jamaica aero como asiko olaka ayaham. Zemi ga ai hosike ali amo do a ega e. Agamasika asitida shama ketara pate ketara katati ketata patata askunanaka ekatara askuta atapote hidaneka atatikita cha han kontatiki on kontapatat cha shimichita patati pitadin. That is that one for the full moon. Okay, I don't know how well I can talk now. Go out there and be the love in the world, people. Be the love. We need it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this journey. Go out there, spread your joy, spread your love. Smile at strangers. Hold the door open for people. Just be kind. Be compassionate. When all else fails, we can try and work from compassion. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you at the new moon in next couple of months. Power packed. Bye-bye. a wonderful, wonderful day.